Welcome to episode motherfucking 36, baby.
36 of them things.
Ladies let's and gentlemen, fucking go.
We've been around that long. It's been that long. 36 of them episodes.
If you're a longtime fan, you fucking know. I already say it. 7 episodes in, everybody gives up. We almost multiplied that by... Wait. I'd multiply that.
We had 36.
By like, what, 5? About 5, a little bit more than 5?
I don't feel like doing
5 times in that.
Now.
But... Episode number 36. Get to how you feeling tonight, buddy?
I'm great, man. Just sipping on my Dos Equis.
Dos Equis?
Cheers. See that y'all looked at my story the other day. Come on, man.
Let's stop creeping.
Come on, stop creeping.
Stop creeping.
Answer my DM, baby. Come on.
You already know how we start off these episodes here. We always like to kick it off with naming an athlete for episode 36. We get to pick an athlete that wore number 36. You want to start off? You want me to start off, dog?
I got the big tower, the big man, the big UFC fighter, Rasheed Wallace.
Bro, he just lays fans out.
For a good reason.
For a good reason. Yeah.
Good reason.
He got his homies back,
That is a big man.
If y'all don't know what the fuck we talking about, look it up.
Yeah, if you don't know about the Malice
Now
in the Palace, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Y'all already know.
Anyway, Rasheed Wallace, NBA champion 2004, 4-time NBA All-Star, All-Rookie second team, and first All-ACC back when he was in college. That man is a true Tasmanian devil. Because he was more of like a power forward, wasn't he? And then Ben Wallace was the center. So he's like your dad's favorite power forward. For real.
He's just that tough, gritty, grimy. Ooh,
gritty, grimy
tough
kind of guy.
Steel. Speaking of steel, my guys from the Steelers, well, majority of the time made his biggest impact on the Steelers and made Ben Roethlisberger a champion. Ben Roethlisberger does not deserve the praise that he gets for being that type of quarterback. Jerome motherfucking Bettis the bus. He goes crazy. If y'all were playing Madden in 04, that boy would truck anything and everything. He's called a bus for a reason. Hall of Famer, 6-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion as well. The Jerome Bettis, baby. But also, kind of fun fact, we just kind of looked him up and wanted to bring up a couple of stats, of course, and all of his accolades. This man's birthday is today.
Yeah, that was wild.
Happy 49th birthday to Jerome Bettis.
49?
49? And that's a beautiful man, bro. A beautiful black man.
Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen.
Still. The shortest month, by the way. Horse. Let's get into it, baby. But we always started off with some NFL, but that fucking shit is over. We're still going to talk about it later on. But what we going to do?
Yo, it's time.
For what? Why we do the motherfucking
show in the first place,
bitch. Baby. The MB fucking A. Now, we've been having a lot of drama, because you know how the NBA is with their drama.
Hey, I told you this trade deadline going to get spicy towards the end.
I'm excited to just talk about it. And we're still over a month away. But it's already starting up.
Crazy.
The trade talks, baby. Or buyouts. In this case, Blake motherfucking Griffin. I just posted it on our IG page. Follow us on our IG page, Sports U Podcast, down there, right there. But definitely want to bring up what's going on with this guy. He was on the Pistons. 2 years ago, he led that Pistons team to the playoffs with Andre Drummond, 2 bigs right there.
With 1.5 legs, by the way.
Yeah, no, he's definitely had some injuries during this time. It's always been injuries for Blake Griffin, unfortunately. And this guy has always been great. Number 1 overall pick, 6-time All-NBA, 6-time All-Star, 5-time All-NBA. Mm-hmm. So this guy's no joke. It's a good name. Everybody knows him. He dated a Kardashian too, so even the ladies know him.
The curse.
That was one of the posts a lot of ladies liked.
The curse.
Gifted. This guy is owed $36 million and $39 million.
Damn.
So that's for this season.
God,
$39 million
damn,
in 2021.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, he has that name for a reason. You already know what he's about. But he's averaging 12.3 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 3.96. So basically 4 assists a game. Because we all know that he can play make a little bit here and there. How do you feel about him? Do you think that he's going to get bought out? Do you think people want to actually trade for Blake Griffin?
This is a rough day.
He's a good name.
This is a rough day for me, man, because I love Blake Griffin, bro. I love when Blake Griffin was in college and he was on the cover of NCAA 2010, bro. Mm-hmm. The draft, the Clippers, Lob City, and just to see him like this, it's just like, fuck, bro. He looked like he got hit by a truck.
It just sucks that injuries take away the great athletes in our game. I'm not saying Blake Griffin is one of my favorite players of all time, or he's a great, and he deserves, even a farewell tour when it's all said and done. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. He's a great, but he is a nice player in this league, and it's always a great thing to watch. It's so unfortunate that it had to happen to him in a certain type of way where he wasn't even trying to dunk anymore. What did you say earlier?
He has not dunked since 2019.
And that's Blake Griffin talking. You know what I'm saying?
Who made his bread and butter off lobs and dunks and explosive blow-bys.
It's crazy. Both they said it themselves, both sides are playing out for his future. But let me say this much.
Ain't no future, bro.
I'm a Pistons team.
Pistons
and I'm this Pistons team. I'm making a scenario now to explain where I'm coming.
I thought you said I'm a Pistons fan.
No. Heat all the way, baby. This guy suck too, right? Don't fucking talk to me about that shit, because you're a Houston Rockets fan.
Bro, Jimmy Butler dropped the 30-point triple-double and still lost.
But we lost to a good team, man. What
lost. Kawhi wasn't playing. PG wasn't playing.
Not even like that.
Whatever, man. Keep talking.
We're gonna talk about that later. But stop switching it up. Stop switching it up. Blake Griffin right now, I don't know what he's gonna be able to do for me as a team. If I'm trading for him, I just don't see him bro. If he's shooting 36%.
Yeah, that's rough.
You are shooting 36% from the field, not from three. He's shooting 31% from three.
That is rough.
2 years ago, he shot almost 40%. It's just what is going on. Maybe he's just not interested in being there as what, it's pure. It's pretty pure and simple that he doesn't want to be there based off what they're talking about.
Who likes
but what I'm trying to say is that 12, 5, and 4. Come on, man. You got to be putting up just better numbers than that. You got a better talent in Jeremy Grant. I know you lost Christian Wood, but I feel like there's no excuse. There's nobody else to take away your minutes or the opportunity to play. What are you doing? So to trade for this guy, you would have to give up the same type of contract?
Yeah, that's a real,
who's out there like that?
That's a tough situation because it's
what if they trade Andre Drummond for Blake Griffin because they basically their fucking contracts match?
That's not, I pray to God that doesn't
That'd be
happen.
so, let's bring Andre Drummond back to the fucking Pistons, man. I just don't know where he's gonna go and who wants him. So the Celtics are kind of cool, and the Celtics are kind of cool because they have a lot of dead money from the Gordon Hayward and being lost with Gordon Hayward, right? So they have enough money to kind of get that to take him off their hands. And honestly, they have no good bigs. They have bigs that are slight that can be effective, but they don't really get into the rhythm. You know how bad Stevens is.
Daniel Tice is cool, but he's not big enough. Tristan Thompson is just you just have
Tristan Thompson is Tristan Thompson. You know what you're gonna get with
Thompson.
It ain't gonna work, bro. Tristan Thompson is not
Tristan Thompson.
It ain't gonna work, bro. He is not who we thought he was gonna be. I actually thought he was gonna be a good sign for those guys, but it just didn't work out that way. Yeah, because I
thought Brad Stevens could make it work, but
for me, myself, though, I honestly think that Blake Griffin can be a good asset just for them. Just because, it definitely fucks up their next year. I wish he was on a 1-year deal for this year so that can happen. But I think, honestly, a buyout's going to happen and they're going to go ahead and a contender. I don't know who. Maybe the Celtics, like I've been saying. But
so you think the Celtics will really pick up Blake Griffin's contract?
No. If he gets bought out, I think that they can go and get him.
So you think he's going to get bought out?
Yeah, I think he's going to get bought out.
Same, because I don't know who's going to trade and willingly take that contract. Now, maybe Oklahoma would take that crazy contract just so they can dump it off. But if I honestly don't see a contender, even if they need a big, I don't see it being
just get a whole bunch of picks from the Pistons in a rebuild. See, that's a little tough. Why not just buy them out and just take the dead cap space for a year or so?
Yeah, so
that just sucks. Yeah. It's just an awful thing. And he led him to the playoffs, and now he's getting bought out because he's
dead weight. It's crazy.
Whether that's injuries, whether that's playing opportunity, and his attitude being there, I don't know. But could definitely get to the next topic. I don't want to talk about a guy who thinks he's Domantas Sabonis. You know what I'm saying? Look at the IG, you'll see it. But overall, Blake Griffin, pretty good asset, just a cool name. That contract, though, no fucking way.
Yeah, that's such a terrible contract to try and move.
Well, we're already talking about trades, right, Gittin? Who's the next one on the list, my boy?
Oh, man, we got Andre Drummond averaging a whopping 17.5 points per game, along with 13.5 rebounds for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And you know, it's crazy because even after they acquired Jared Allen, like Andre Drummond has still been like averaging his numbers and everything like that.
I like that.
Yeah. So
right.
I mean, he's kept his stock up, his draft stock up. So I mean, yeah, I see why people like teams are asking. Well, excuse me, I see why Cleveland is asking for a lot in return, because even with like the three centers that they have, JaVale, Jared, and Andre Drummond, he's still giving you 17 and 13 a night. So that's cool. Now, where would I want to see him? Oh,
what are you thinking?
Toronto, but I don't want him to give up Norman Powell though.
Well, why Toronto?
Because Toronto desperately needs a big, and that's probably the big to do it.
Well, I know that Toronto is literally dead last in rebounds.
Yeah.
So could you imagine getting the guy who basically is the best rebounder in the game right now, statistically wise?
Yes.
So I think that that's a really good one. I think that he could definitely go into this Raptors squad and play very well defensively as well. He can fit into their defensive scheme when you really think about it. He has active hands and he can get into the passing lanes and on drives as well. They'll allow him to be able to drop and not necessarily play the perimeter like a Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert can really, they force him out to the perimeter and shit like that. But like they have so many good guards and so many people that can switch. Even Pascal can play the perimeter. So I think that that's can be a really cool thing. But if you think about it, like you were saying, giving up Norman Powell or basically $23 million out because that's his contract. Yeah, you got to give out what you get in.
And then you need Norman Powell. You need Norman. He's a very important piece to this Raptors organization.
They say that it's going to be basically like a 4-for-1 or a 5-for-1 deal to get through that salary. So you picked the Raptors. Andre Drummond definitely is a pretty cool asset. I think that he doesn't necessarily put you over the top, but he can provide like things for your team.
He's a good cushion. He's a good cushion to fall
But
back
what is extra rebounds or more rebounds means, right? Extra possessions.
Exactly.
Extra possessions means more
Extra
opportunities
points.
to score, more opportunities to wear their defense down, tire your opponent out, get just another opportunity to get your team in a better spot. For me, man, I think that Andre Drummond would be a really cool thing to trade. Maybe to the Nets, they can make it happen.
See, that's the thing. Are y'all gonna give up Joe Harris? No.
Okay, but okay, what do you think though?
Joe Harris, Joe Harris
think,
is that only piece that's gonna make that trade work. Yes,
but you already have shooters though. Like I understand Joe Harris is amazing. He's fucking great.
Yeah.
But what I am trying to say though is that like you really need a big on that team. You really need defense on that team. Now, is he gonna be the best defender on that team? No. He's going to make a small difference, not a huge difference.
Yes.
But is that small difference going to take him over the edge? Because, do you think that the offensive ability of Joe Harris outweighs his defensive and defensive rebounding and offensive rebounding, additions to it? Because damn well that Joe Harris can't play defense even though he looks like it because he gets low as hell and trying to get up into people but gets blown by.
Joe Harris is a... Never mind.
All I have to say is this guy can also give you 17 points. He's not going to get down the Nets. But let me say this much, though, too. James Harden likes a big. You know for damn well that he's a guy that I'm going to do my shit and then I'm going to just lob it up to you because I draw that much fucking attention. Exactly. So you're talking... Now we have to worry about Andre Drummond in that type of way and we have these guys on the wing in a Kevin Durant and a Kyrie Irving. That could be pretty special right there.
Yeah.
Andre Drummond isn't the deal breaker, but he does provide those things that they're lacking.
He's the stepping stone that Brooklyn needs.
I feel, and he can be a starter right away too. I think that definitely. It's something that
I'd rather start him than DJ Odas.
Do you think that Gary that Harris is that much of a loss and he's that much of a gain though?
Do I think Gary Harris is a gain?
No, like losing him and then bringing Andre Drummond on. Is that much of a loss?
You mean Joe Harris?
Joe Harris. Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Okay,
I'm so
okay.
sorry.
Because I was like, I
Joe
mean, no, I
Harris.
seen something that like Gary Harris will be involved in that trade.
Gary
That's why I was
Harris is
trying to see
always
what you
in
were talking
fucking
about.
trade rumors because the Nuggets don't. The Nuggets don't trade shit, dude. They're just like, let's run it back. Let's run it back, bro. Please go get another star with those other two. Please. God. I thought it was gonna be Michael Porter Jr., but they just don't give that man that type of opportunity.
Woo.
But
to answer your question, yeah, I feel like if they lose Joe Harris, I think they'd be in trouble.
But with the addition of Andre Drummond, do you think that and a couple other assets most likely that it would be like a? Do you think that in the end, after the deal, it'll be an even trade, or do you think that Andre Drummond will be able to provide them with all that extra things that they need? Because they just signed Andre Roberson as well. They need that defense. They just signed Amon Shumpert.
They do.
So, I don't know. I think they know what their weaknesses is, and I think that they want to go and get it.
Like I said, I feel that
they're not looking for more shooting.
Nah.
You get me?
Yeah.
So,
but I feel like Andre Drummond.
Let's Joe Harris.
I feel like Andre Drummond could do it though. I feel like Andre Drummond is kind of like everything that Brooklyn needs and everything that the Raptors need.
I feel it. Well, let's get on to the next one here. We just talked about Andre Drummond getting traded. Blake Griffin bought out or traded. But let's get into this new one here. I just want to ask you, man. What up with the Celtics?
Yo, bro, I was just thinking this shit the other day.
So first of all, I think they're literally 500 right now.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
They're 500.
No, didn't they play today? They played today, didn't they?
They're basically 500. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
The Celtics in the NBA in the East, they're 500, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go ahead and do that for you when I'm done here.
Okay.
So like when you're talking, I'll go ahead and do that. Kemba Walker. This is what I want to say to like give them the benefit of the doubt. They lost Marcus Smart. He played 17 games.
Okay.
Kemba Walker's only played 11, and he's come back, and he still doesn't look healthy, which he's basically the same thing as Blake Griffin and his injuries. Like, man, Kemba Walker gets so much injuries. It's sad because he's so good, and he's got that twitch shit. The two veteran free agents that they get in Tristan Thompson and Jeff Green, both have been very bad disappointments. And then you got Grant Williams and Semi Ojeleye.
Jeff Teague.
Jeff Teague and Tristan Thompson. They didn't like live up to their new contracts and shit.
Especially Jeff Teague. I was
hyped about. I've always been a good Jeff Teague.
Yeah, because Jeff Teague was one of the vet point guards, but
he's nice. He just has a good IQ.
Nah, that ain't it.
He can do a lot. Everything that you want in this type of league, right?
Yeah.
And maybe he's just old now. And then you got their backup fours, Grant Williams and Semi Ojeleye, who they only really perform when like they're with the best players on the floor. But in this backup process with that backup crew, they're not the same type of players.
That's a good way to put it because I for sure never looked at it like that.
Well, how about this one though too? Brad Stevens always with this fucking rotation. It's always fucking weird. And like yes, like he likes to get Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are like on the court at the same time, and that's amazing because they're like fucking amazing.
They are.
When it happens, I think they're like a +9 whenever they're on the court together as a team. They're outscoring the other team by 10 points.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Every game.
So overall, it's like, what the fuck is going on with this team? So I understand that those might be a couple of reasons, and everybody's been kind of putting Brad Stevens on a hot seat lately. But
that's so interesting to see, though.
Bro, they lost. They could have had that Gordon Hayward trade to go get Miles Turner and who was the other guy? At least Miles Turner, and then maybe some pick.
Probably like
I forgot who it was. But basically, they're gonna get two great assets. But Miles Turner is an amazing asset right then and there, right? And it didn't happen, so they lost out on that, and now they are where they are right now. For me, like, I feel like Robert Williams should get a little bit more floor time. Like, he has the athleticism to make up for his mistakes when it comes to, like, his brain. And think about it this one, his IQ. How else are you going to get that experience or be good in these type of situations if you're not on the floor?
Right.
Like, that's what the fucking regular season is about.
Exactly.
Make your mistakes here so that when we get to the
playoffs
we have an identity.
Exactly.
We know who the fuck we are.
Exactly.
You being just an NBA fan, understanding what the Celtics have and what they are, like, how do you feel? Like, what's wrong with them?
Yeah, you had touched on it a while ago about Kemba Walker being exposed this year. That's not really helping either. And then I think the problem is like, because you said rotation, right? So I think what's the other point guard's name? Peyton Pritchard.
I think so.
I think you should start him over Kemba Walker now at this point.
Oh, that's wild.
Nah, yeah. Because it's bad, bro.
I'm just saying,
it's
get
bad.
him healthy, and then he's better.
Nah.
But the defense
I'm ready to go.
They're small.
I'm ready to move on from
They're
Kemba
very
at this
small.
point. Yeah, defensively, they are small. So, God, I don't know, man, because it's like you have Jason and Jalen clicking.
Mm-hmm.
Decent defense, decent rotation, but they're just getting destroyed on the inside.
Yeah, no, I mean, I understand that. So we've been talking about trades. We've been speaking about, okay, like, you know, what's going to make a team better? What do they need? These guys need to fucking do something.
Yeah.
Making it to the conference finals every year, basically, is just not good enough for a Boston franchise. They need to get over this hump. What's going to get them over the hump? I think they need another young star to kind of plug in there and really, I don't know, just help these guys out. And I don't think they need another wing, but I do think they need another big man.
They're fine with wings, bro.
And oh, go ahead.
They're fine with wings. They just need to. I don't know, man. I honestly think
they need some inside help that's dominant.
They need some inside help that's dominant, and they should probably move on from Kemba.
Well, here's me. I've heard John Collins is on the trade block, dog. He's a shooter.
Okay.
He can screen for both those guys. He's very athletic.
Yes.
He can block for you.
Yeah.
He can also mentor Robert Williams a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I feel like is bad about this one is he does not have that veteran mentality to come in and force somebody to do something that they weren't comfortable doing beforehand.
Right, because he's only 23.
He's young too,
and then on top of that,
like, I get it.
And then on top of that, if you trade for him because he's on an expiring contract, is he gonna stay?
Yeah, he's in Boston,
right? Like, is this trade?
And they have the room to pay him as well.
Exactly.
So why not?
Do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
After this year, most definitely.
Oh,
so you have room to pay for him. John Collins, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah,
Triple J,
that'd
baby.
Be deadly as hell.
For the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, because you just put them in a pot and let them all grow together and just marinate.
My thing, I literally feel like the Celtics team needs, because they've always had good players. It feels like they always had a good crop of players.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is that they just need that veteran person who's been there before to bring them over that hump.
Yeah.
Get them to the next step and get them to understand this is the conference finals. We're better than this Heat team. And that Heat team...
Hey, say it again. Say it again.
They as a roster were better than the Heat team.
He just said that about his own fucking team.
But guess who won in the end? We did, because we had
of the
heart. No, we had heart.
Because of the bubble.
Bro, our fans would go crazy in Miami.
Because of the bubble.
No, not because of the bubble. It's because of Jimmy Butler. Because he was able to lead this team and show and have that heart and bring that locker room even closer together.
Yeah.
That's why
even
then, that's why Goran Dragic came back. I'm telling you, man, the cohesion and the locker room overall morality is definitely important, especially when you're making a championship run.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, man. I think John Collins is a great one, but if they can go out and get a veteran type of presence where he's still having that same type of production, the same type of production as John Collins, where he can spread the floor.
Yeah.
He's not clogging the paint. He's a lob threat.
Mm-hmm.
He's a defender as well.
Yeah, John Collins
what else can you say?
No, John Collins is actually a good one now that I think about it, because they have the players to trade for him and everything like that. And then on top of that, like you had just said, he's just another threat to the other two that are already out there.
Yeah, I believe that's a good pick, but we can continue to talk about this for a long more time, but we have some other topics to get into.
Yes,
about
sir.
Halfway through the show here. Let's get into the next one.
Want
to get this?
It's my new favorite topic. Educated.
Support the U.
Educated.
Who's our guy this time, my boy?
This week, we are bringing awareness and attention to a man out of Villanova named Saddiq Bey, ladies and gentlemen.
This guy. Oh my lord!
Now
because you know me, I've been on the Pistons, even though they have a shitty ass record. Like, you guys better pull up.
He plays for the Pistons,
huh?
He plays for the Pistons,
Detroit Pistons. Doc.
Shit, I'm sorry, bro.
All I have to say is that Pistons team has good talent, has good players, and they just have been missing the mark barely. It feels like each and every game. So for me, let's go ahead and just talk about this guy who won Player of the Week honors in the NBA this week.
I seen that.
He had a 30-point effort against Boston to upset Boston, the fucking team that we just talked about, who are struggling right here. He went 7 from 7 from 3. He's got this little low release, Sean Marion kind of looking push off type
that.
shit.
I was
it's
watching,
very low,
I was
little
watching,
quick.
I was watching a little bit. I was watching a little bit of his Villanova film on him today.
Yeah,
he reminds me of like
he's from a Villanova.
Yeah,
and he was a junior there, so he got developed at Villanova. That guy is a straight basketball player. He's gonna make all the right plays.
Yeah, I think one thing though that probably is like his biggest L or like his biggest flaw is his like I don't want to say defensive mentality, but sometimes he'll miss a rotation. Like he rotates great, and he's always playing the lanes, playing the floors. He's great on rotation. He's smart enough to see that he needs to switch on a big if he's guarding a guard.
He's 6'7".
Yeah, and that's another thing. He's like 6'7", 250.
Once you're 6'7", I feel like 6'6", you can be a little too small for a big.
Yep.
Once you're 6'7", I feel like you can
it's
switch on to a big and have a cool
game at 6'7".
Yeah,
it's fair game at 6'7".
You can have a little bit of a chance.
But like I said, one flaw that I find about him is dribbling. And it's not that he can't like dribble to pass out or anything. It's just that like, okay, you see him come up to the top of the key. He's looking, everybody's covered. He's just driving straight down, playing bully muscle ball instead of trying floor separation. He doesn't create no separation for himself.
Okay.
And he always tries to like, and it's cool to play bully ball because I guess that's kind of the way that the league is going to, and he has the body for it too. But if you're 6'7", and if you could create fucking floor separation for yourself, oh my God.
All right. So this is what I have to say about this guy. Of course, he can shoot a 3, blah, blah, blah. This guy is straight 3-and-D type of player.
Damn good shooter, by the way.
6'7". He shot 45% in Villanova for his whole junior year, right? Mm-hmm. So we already spoke about it, like, why the fuck does NCAA have it closer? A closer 3-point line, like get them ready for the fucking league.
Exactly.
Put that bitch out there. But no, I mean, again, you can still speak to 45% is very, very. That's a high clip.
It is.
So, like you seen it there. He had a hot ass day, 7 for 7. That's pretty fucking amazing. Mm-hmm. But then he followed it up with 16 points and 6 dimes against a New Orleans team. I understand New Orleans isn't great at defense. That's one of their biggest struggles. But overall, he still shows that he can make some plays. He can hit the 3, like we were saying. He has a body and can show that he can bully somebody on the offensive side and take it on the defensive side. Mm-hmm. Now, when you talk about this man, he was guarding Dennis Schroeder. I was watching the Laker game against the Pistons. Mm-hmm. He was guarding Dennis Schroeder, one of the quickest guards in the league. And if you say otherwise, I'm going to fucking punch you in the head. Right? Not you. Anybody else.
Okay, I was like, hey, we punch can go, you bitch.
Right in the fuck between the eyeballs, man. What the fuck? That guy is quick as hell.
He is.
It's that little line striking right here, bro.
He's very quick off his feet for a big player like that.
He was able to stick in front of him, and he lost the ball. He was also able to make he's able to guard really good guards, and I cherry picked it. Like I seen that it can get blown by every once in a while. He's a bigger dude, like you said, 250, but he can definitely stay in front and get his own. Yep. So it's like, everybody gets got, but I'm gonna get mine before I get got. You know what I'm saying?
Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, yes sir. So when it comes down to him, a great 3-and-D guy. He's a small forward, so when it comes to your ball handling, playmaking type of thing, like I don't think that's a big hit in this type of game with the NBA nowadays.
Not the role that he's playing.
When you come from Villanova,
why do you keep saying that?
Villanova.
Fucking
I don't know.
Nut.
I'm a Mexican. I'm sorry. Villanova. When you come from Villanova, they keep you there and they develop you they create this team that's. We're not playing for the championship this year and that's it.
We're playing for growth.
We're gonna be contending every fucking year, and it's not gonna be about one dog. It's gonna be about multiple dogs.
Yeah,
and we know we've been here before. That's why he's been there since junior year. So overall, this guy is definitely has the experience behind him. He has the coaching behind him. So he's already producing for this Detroit team, and I'm very excited to continue to see him grow and be hopefully one of the top forwards in the game. We seen it with Christian Wood. I am a forward. I am not that.
She would.
I am good, and I put up some really. I'm a solid ass player, but I'm in Detroit, and I'm on the Pistons, and we fucking suck. So I'm not getting the same recognition that everybody else get. Luckily, that man got paid, and hopefully this man continues to show in it that type of way where I might be in the Pistons, I might not be getting the right praise, even though he got NBA week honors. Hopefully he can just continue to grow and show that same culture that they had in Villanova, where I'm just going to keep better year in and year out.
Yeah, I like him. He definitely shows that he's a promising basketball player. Like I said, it just sucks that he's in Detroit. I don't want to compare him to nobody yet, because like I'm just trying to not be one of them guys. You know
I don't like to compare nobody. Let me get a good sample
you
size.
Find
from
your own ceiling, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to never compare. I don't want to just compare nobody no more.
I'm gonna compare him to. No, I'm just playing. let's go ahead though. Let's get into the next one, my man. That's enough with educating our fans here, making sure that they're ahead of the curve when it comes to awesome NBA players. Hopefully this guy continues to prove us right, the same way that our boy Emmanuel Quickley as well as Tyrese Maxey is. So let's get into the next one, my man. What is it about?
We have...
Actually, let me bring this one up.
Okay.
Because I'm the one who did put this one in. I'm very, very passionate about this one because this makes me very upset.
Oh, I know. Because we've been talking about it a lot.
Lou fucking Will is sitting in a corner waiting for the ball to get thrown to him by either fucking Reggie Jackson. Are you fucking kidding me?
That's the best they could do.
There you go. Time out. I'm just mad.
That's the best they could do. Oh God, he's mad.
Reggie Jackson, Kawhi Leonard, or Paul George, because those are the main three ball handlers. Not a Lou Will, who I've been in this same organization for years. I won Sixth Man of the Year for years, 2, and
3.
Reggie Jackson is getting more ball handling than I am. Why do you put me in the corner? I'm Lou fucking Will. I don't. It makes me so fucking upset that they're not using him right. He finally plays and gets the opportunity, and they give him the fucking ball. He drops 30 on my Heat, who's a good defensive team, not that fucking great.
He dropped 30 on who?
On the Heat. You stupid whore.
We keep trolling.
So I'm really upset. The Clippers have enough, right? They have enough. They're showing that.
See, do they?
Well, listen to what what were they saying about that team last year?
They were
champions.
Yep.
They're going to be a championship contender. And they fucking blew it.
Yep.
But they're a championship contender. What they do with the team this year, right? They lost a Sixth Man of the Year, don't get me wrong, in a Montrezl, and they lost it to a literal conference rival in the Lakers. So that kind of sucks. That really sucks for them. But they definitely got their guys with the guy that they got from the Pistons, Luke Kennard, and they also strengthened themselves with Nicholas Batum, who's having a revival year, which is awesome. I'm very happy because I'm a Batum fan.
Besides that, he's still Nick Batum with injuries and shit like that. He's been playing all right for the Clippers.
But what do you know? What does Lou Will do? How does he play? What's his main thing?
Lou Will is that off the bench type. You could start him if you want to. Quick energy scorer type dude.
Score, pick and roll. I'm a floater.
You give him an ISO. Give him an ISO or two.
You can
and let him go
and let him work
exactly.
And then I'll also playmate because I'm Lou fucking Will.
Exactly.
The good lemon pepper Lou.
The good lemon pepper.
The two girlfriend pepper Lou.
I thought that was Brandon Jennings.
Huh?
Wasn't it Brandon Jennings?
No, that's Lou Will.
Damn, it was both of them.
Probably both of them.
Both of them.
But no, I'm very upset that the Clippers are not using Lou Williams correct. He's still part of that old Clippers regime, the ones that made it without any of the additions of Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. He's still part of that regime where they're dogs, they got it out the mud type shit. I deserve to be in this particular area, and now they got pushed down because 2 stars came in. And now they want to give Reggie Jackson the ball more than him. And now, Nicholas Batum is having a good reviving thing again for them. So now other people are getting more opportunities than Lou Will, and they're just sticking him in the fucking corner. What the hell are you doing, Tyronn Lue?
Yeah,
he got the same name as you. What's wrong with y'all, man? Overall, I feel like they have to trade him. Why not? It's Lou fucking Will.
I agree.
Go get something that you need because you ain't using him to his fullest extent.
I agree.
Go get some more assets because you need to stack the deck. You know what the Lakers did? They stacked the deck against your ass. So even though, and everybody's talking about, oh, the Lakers aren't going to go into the championship because AD's gone. Bro, you know how much good players they got?
They have a lot.
Over the offseason?
They can reach down the bench and put in damn near anybody.
And real quick, I just want to say that LeBron James as an MVP is a real thing now. Everybody always says, oh, LeBron James. Bro, if AD goes down and he keeps them afloat and he puts out even more than he's already been doing, that's an MVP tour. But let's get back to the main topic. Lou Will, I think that if they go out and they go get a George Hill or a JJ Redick, bring JJ Redick back to the Clippers. Bring him back into the playoffs.
You said George Hill, though. That's what got me.
George Hill was doing very, very well for the Bucks and shot over 40% for them from three in clutch situations on the playoffs. Now, I understand what he did on the Cavs. I understand what he did for other teams like I think he was on the Pacers. Yeah, in clutch time in the playoffs. But most recently, because that's what everybody likes to hear, like, what do you do for me recently? He showed up. And he's a versatile guy. He's a taller individual. He high IQ. Has been in the playoff situations and can come in and give the ball up and hit spot up shots. Lou Will is not, in my opinion, the best spot up shooter. You know who is though? JJ Redick.
Yep.
Do they need more on defense? No, they don't need to have a great defender when it comes to guards or anything because they have two great ones in Paul George and Kawhi Leonard on paper. Kawhi Leonard's great. Paul George. He's a little weird to me because he can get blown up. But I'm just all I have to say though, they're already having injuries and stuff like that. So I would want JJ Redick, who's had more of a non-injury list. George Hill has had some injuries a lot more, especially with his fingers and shit. Overall, I feel like JJ Redick can be a great addition. That would be my first pick. He's been on the Clippers. He's been in that organization. Probably has a house in LA. He can hit threes like nobody's fucking business. He's a spot-up shooter. He runs around. It's just another guy to open up the space, especially for a Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the way he creates separation,
the way that he's getting it right now, like. And then you got somebody getting tired all the time, fucking chasing JJ Redick everywhere. And again, he has just that experience. So I think that both of those are really great cases that they're going to provide more for a Clippers team rather than Lou Will, who can do a lot better of a contribution, but they are just not allowing him to do that. And you've seen it in the most recent game, what he's able to do, and they just don't let him thrive.
Yeah, man, I probably have to agree with you, bro, and go ahead and trade Lou Will because it's like, I mean, if you're not going to use him and you know that there's going to be another like contender that needs a guard like a Lou Will out there, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and try and put the best package together and get whatever you need. But yeah, that would be.
I think Lou Will is not great in the locker room either for them.
I don't want to say that he's not.
Just because of what happened before last year.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe just get a fresh start somewhere else, dog. You're a part of a different Clippers team. This is a new Clippers team.
This is a new Clippers team.
They try to make it work. It didn't work.
But this is also a Clippers team that doesn't really buy him with themselves and fuck with each other all like that. Mm-hmm. And he's even said that like it's it's cliques and this, that, and the other and shit like that. So it's like, how is it that I'm supposed to be productive and maintain my character when we traded all our picks for these two dudes and they're just blowing it every time?
Yep. I get you, and I think that's a
so
really relevant.
So you know what, I don't think I'm gonna double down with you, bro. Fuck that, trade me, get me out of here,
get him out of there. Lou will go out there, go be great, and then get a big ass contract after that because somebody's gonna want a guard who can make his own play and make just be a playmaker for a team that can't score.
Yeah, Lou Will has done nothing but maintain his character and kept his composure this whole time. This whole bullshit season. Get out of there, Lou.
All right, so let's get into that's pretty much it for the NBA. We talked about it for about 40 minutes here. Aww. Let's get into this next one, the NFL. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Who gets JJ Watt?
Woo, this is a good one.
We have a little bit of time here. We got to be a little bit quick. But there's been a lot of different teams who are going out to get him. A lot of good, cool fits. Something that can really just be interesting to see because there's so many different contenders that, man, if you get an edge rusher, and especially JJ Watt that can go inside for you as well, Ooh,
Yeah, that's
what is
be
gonna
deadly.
go down? Who is he gonna go and
That's gonna
make
be
that
deadly.
team amazing? Especially with somebody already on the
so
line.
I got 3 potential picks, but the last one is like the for sure pick that I would love to see him go.
All right, so let's do. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so the first one, J.J. Watt to Buffalo.
The Bills. I'm on the Bills. You already know that. Go
J.J.
ahead.
Watt to Buffalo. If you want to win, J.J. Watt to the Bucks, because that shit would just be insane.
That line already.
But for real, where I feel like the best place would be, just because of the quarterback and the other 2 defensive players that they have there, the Rams. Real shit.
You fucking whore.
No, I'm dead ass.
I hate
bro,
you,
I
bro.
honestly
I hate
feel
you
like
so much.
if they put him on the Rams, man, that's OD. That's OD.
OD with AD. OD.
OD.
AD.
AD.
JJ.
Woo! And JR.
All right, here we go. I am a big fucking fan of having JJ Watt on the fucking Rams.
Yeah, that'd be hard, bro.
And oh my God, could you imagine him and AD on the same line?
That would be so disgusting, bro. It's just pressure on top.
We had
pressure.
a little taste of Dominican Sue and AD, but they're both inside. Could you imagine somebody's coming down right through the middle and the other guy's on the edge?
Exactly.
Bringing it down. And then you have a JJ Watt who is a great leader in the locker room. I've just been speaking it and I'm going to continue to preach it. When you had that locker room going, the same way Tom Brady had that Bucks locker room going, they were all believing they were about to win that fucking game, bro.
Yep.
They all knew it. They all believed it, and he fucking spoke it into existence. That's all I have to say. Now, when it comes to the Rams, putting him on a roster with JJ Watt, giving them less time in the pocket with a cornerstone Jalen Ramsey, and hopefully we can sign John Johnson because we got that big-ass contract of Jared Goff off the thing. I'm telling you, man. That's going to be amazing.
No, it's
going to sell the tickets,
Yep.
sell some suites.
Yep.
Only thing about me is that I'm a big fan of this guy, Leonard Floyd, who's basically like a Shaq Barrett. I'm tall. I'm not very strong, but I'm quick and I'm fast and I know what I'm doing on the edge there. He led the team in sacks, I think, this year. So overall, man, it sucks to have to lose some guy who like that, especially when he's been productive for you. But to replace him with the JJ Watt,
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a no fucking brainer to go get JJ Watt. Bro.
I actually have heard another one, which is the Packers. Packers with our boy
Kenny
Carter, Kenny Clark. Like, man, wouldn't that make Kenny?
Oh, that shit would
so
be
happy,
insane, and it would just make Kenny's job easier.
Yes, sir. Make his job easier. Make him a better star. Make his. They made a huge investment into Kenny, giving him the highest paid contract for a defensive tackle in NFL history. I think even as an AVV salary type thing, average per year.
Okay.
But overall, you like what you know how you make your investment better when you have another asset that makes that investment just get through the line and get that less tension off of them. So I would be very hyped for our boy. I'd be very hyped for Aaron Rodgers, who sounds like he's going to stay there, even though my prediction was that he was going to leave.
That's still crazy.
Seems like he wants to stay there now because they're just right there. They're right at the door. And honestly, it wasn't even that their defense kind of sucked in the. It wasn't even like it was a line. It's that secondary. Yeah. So it's kind of it's a little weird on that part. Like I would rather much that have their secondary get better, more on the safety side because they do already have a number one corner. But JJ Watt is not only going to make Kenny better, but it's going to make the secondary of that team better as well. So the Packers, I feel like, is a really, really nice one. That those Packers teams, after 2 years of being in that same offensive system, they're going to have a third year in that same offensive system. I think it's just a match made in heaven when it comes to that one too, because they went farther than the Rams. They have a solid roster and they never get big players, and maybe this might be the first time that they get a really, really nice player, with a big name, and that can bring a lot into that locker room. Again, you're getting everything with JJ.
That would be super. You're getting everything with JJ.
I just hope he stays healthy.
Yeah.
So hope he stays healthy.
I seen another, and we'll probably wrap on this. I seen another article about this. Deshaun Watson wants him to come to Arizona.
Wherever he goes, wherever Deshaun Watson goes, I'm sure that he'll wait until Deshaun Watson.
My bad, not Deshaun Watson.
You mean Kyler Murray?
DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh, DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, D-Hop. My bad.
I think that'd be a cool fit too, just because they needed help on that defensive side, and if you compare him with Buda Baker,
he would probably be the guy that will put him over the edge.
And then he still technically have Pat Pete's name, but not Pat Pete because he's not that great no more. But
Pat Pete was like Pat shit, but okay.
Another good one is the Steelers because they have their other boy TJ, his brother on the team. But
that'd be cool.
Overall, I think he's gonna want to get paid.
Yeah.
So I don't think that the Steelers are gonna be a good one. But that's pretty much it with JJ. While again, he's gonna be a great asset to any team that he goes to. But yeah, it's time to wrap it up, dog.
Yeah.
Nothing much to talk about with NFL.
Oh man.
It was a great episode.
Ladies
episode
and
36,
gentlemen,
baby.
episode 36, another one in the books.
Tell them.
If you like this podcast, go ahead and subscribe to us. Hit that like button. Hit that notification. Leave us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Tell your mom. Tell your dad. Tell your sister. Tell your brother. We're fucking everywhere.
We don't want to be thirsty, but we're starting out. We love to have your support and to just
we being thirsty.
Yeah,
follow me.
I'm thirsty, brother. Right
follow
here, brother.
me.
But don't forget to
support you.
Y'all have a good night, everybody.